Rostam and the Lost City of Stars. In the golden age of Persia, when heroes walked among men and the land was guarded by the might of Rostam, there was a tale whispered only among the wisest sages and the oldest storytellers, of a city lost to time, hidden among the heavens themselves. It was called Shahr-e-Sitare, the City of Stars, a place where the sky kissed the earth, where golden towers rose above the clouds, and where the people lived in eternal harmony. But one day, the city vanished, swallowed by the heavens, leaving only legends behind. And so it was that on a fateful evening, as Rostam sat in the grand hall of Zabul, feasting with his warriors, an old man entered, his eyes filled with the weight of ages. He bowed before Rostam and spoke. "Mighty Rostam, protector of Iran, I bring dire news. The City of Stars still exists, but it is trapped between our world and the realm of the unseen. It is ruled by a being not of this earth, Bazdam, the Shadow Sultan. He holds its people in eternal twilight, neither alive nor dead, waiting for a champion strong enough to break the curse." Rostam set down his goblet, his keen eyes flashing with curiosity. "If the city still stands, I will find it, and if this Bazdam is a tyrant, I will end his rule." And so the journey began. The road to the celestial gates. Rostam rode for 40 nights and 40 days upon Raksh, his mighty steed, crossing mountains where the winds whispered secrets, deserts where the sands burned like fire, and valleys where shadows moved with a will of their own. At last he arrived at the foot of Mount Alvand, where the sky shimmered like water and the stars hung lower than they should. There he found a woman in white, standing before a gate made of silver and stardust. "Who seeks the lost city?" she asked, her voice like the breeze through the cypress trees. "I am Rostam, son of Zal, defender of Iran," he declared. "I seek the City of Stars." She smiled, but her eyes held sorrow. "To enter, you must face 3 trials, trials not of strength, but of heart. Are you ready?" Rostam nodded, and so the first trial began. The trial of reflection. The woman led Rostam to a lake, still as glass. "Look into the water," she said. Rostam did, expecting to see his own reflection. But instead, he saw every battle he had fought, every enemy he had slain, every war he had waged. And among the fallen, he saw faces he recognized, not only foes, but men who had once been good, corrupted by fate. For the first time, Rostam felt the weight of his own legend. Had he been only a sword, carving his way through destiny? "A warrior is more than his battles," the woman said. "Do you see that?" Rostam clenched his fists, but after a long moment, he nodded. "I am not just a warrior. I am a protector." The lake rippled, and the first trial was passed. The trial of compassion. Next, she led him to a valley where a lion lay wounded, its golden fur stained with blood. "Slay the beast," she commanded. "It has slain many." Rostam drew his blade but hesitated. The lion's eyes were filled not with rage, but with pain. He knelt and placed a hand upon its mane. "You are not my enemy," he whispered. He tore a strip from his own cloak and bandaged the lion's wound. The beast let out a deep sigh and lay still, not in death, but in peace. The woman nodded. "The second trial is past." The trial of choice. Finally, she led him to a bridge made of light, stretching between the peaks of Mount Alvand. On the other side, the City of Stars shimmered in the sky, its towers glowing with celestial fire. But at the foot of the bridge stood an old man, bound in chains of shadow. "Cross, and you will reach the city," the woman said. "But this man is cursed. If you free him, you may lose your only chance to enter." Rostam did not hesitate. He knelt and broke the chains with his bare hands. The old man gasped, and as the shadows fell away, he grew taller, his form changing into a radiant being, his eyes burning like the dawn. "You have freed me," he said, "and so the city shall open to you." The bridge widened, the gates of the city swung open, and Rostam stepped into the realm of the stars. The battle with Bazdam. Within the city of stars, all was silent. The people stood frozen, trapped in eternal twilight. At the heart of the city, upon a throne of dark gold, sat Bazdam, the Shadow Sultan. "You should not have come," he said, his voice echoing from all directions. Rostam strode forward. "Your rule is over. Free these people, or I will tear your throne apart." Bazdam laughed. "You think strength will undo my magic? This is no battlefield, warrior. Here, I rule not with steel, but with fear." And then shadows rose around Rostam, whispers of doubt, of past mistakes, of all the blood he had spilled. For the first time in his life, the mighty warrior felt his hands tremble. But then he remembered the trials. He was not just a sword, he was a protector. He was more than his battles. He struck his fist upon the ground, and light burst forth from beneath him, shattering the darkness. Bazdam howled as his power unraveled. The city trembled, the spell lifted, and the people awoke, their eyes filled with wonder. The Shadow Sultan was no more. The return of the city. As dawn broke, the city of stars descended from the heavens, returning to the land of men. Its people wept in joy, bowing before Rostam. The old man, the guardian of the city once cursed, approached. "You have done what no warrior before you could. Not by might, but by wisdom you have saved us." Rostam smiled. "A warrior is not just his battles." And with that, he mounted Raksh and rode home. The legend of the City of Stars, forever added to the epic of Rostam, the greatest hero of Persia.